Hey, welcome to the So Crafty YouTube channel. This is my first ever tutorial on here, and I'm super excited to show you these patches. Now, you see them in the store, and they're expensive, but you can make them at home with this machine. This is a Brother PE800, and you could do it. Let me show you how. First, I'm going to show you all the supplies you'll need. You're going to need some felt. This is from the craft store. It was 99 cents. This is not the floppy kind of felt. This is the hard, stiffer felt. You need some of that, preferably in white if you're going to do varsity letters. Next, you'll need a towel. Now, the towel is this part. I know, right? Did you think that was it? No, I didn't either. But that is the applique part. So any color towel, whatever you're going for with this, that's going to be that. Okay. Next, you'll need some little baby scissors, some big kid scissors, a rotor cutter, and maybe even a razor, and of course your embroidery machine. Here we go. Okay, so first we're in Brilliance on the computer, and this is just a file I downloaded off of Etsy that has a placement stitch, an applique stitch, and a satin stitch, and it is perfect for this, but you can always make your own. But that tutorial is for a whole nother video. Next, we're going to put our stabilizer in our hoop. For this project, I am using 2 pieces of stabilizer just because it has a lot of weight to it. So we're going to do that. Please disregard all the threads that are on this hoop. It got very sticky. So yeah, secure it onto there. Okay, next now we have our file loaded onto our Brother machine. And we're going to go ahead and start the placement stitch here. So this is just going to show us where we're going to put our towel to be placed down. So here it goes. It's going to stitch out the 6. Okay, now we're going to put our towel down here, make sure it's secure. I'm just making sure it's taut, it's not too loose, because now it's going to tack down the towel onto the 6. Okay, once that tack down stitch is done, you're going to take your hoop off of the machine and you're going to use some really sharp scissors and get all the way around the 6. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you're going to remove all the excess towel, even using the little scissors eventually to get into the hole of the 6. And you want to get as close as possible to that tack down stitch, because if you don't, there's going to be towel overhanging your letter. So good luck. Okay, here's how it should look when it is done. You're still going to have a little bit of towel overhanging, but you want to get as close as possible, and there is all the remnants of that towel. Yep, it gets a little bit messy. Next, we're going to grab our water-soluble stabilizer, and we're going to place it over the entire project. We're going to pin it to the sides really taut, and this is to prevent the towel coming through the satin stitch. You want to make sure that this is on there securely, just so the satin stitch pops and there's no towel coming through it. Okay, and now we are going to start the satin stitch. Now this is going to take a little bit, and yep, we're just going to watch it go all the way around multiple times, hoping it catches all of that towel on the outer edge. Okay, now we're going to remove the outer part of the stabilizer, and we're going to see how we did as far as catching the towel in the satin stitch. Now, you can go ahead in the beginning and make your satin stitch bigger, so that way it does catch all of the towel. That is a mistake I made. So now I'm going to have to trim down all of that. Yep, super fun, super fun. Okay, so here is the best I could get it with my scissors. We're going to go ahead and put another layer of the water-soluble stabilizer on top of the 6, and we're going to run it through the satin stitch one more time. This is up to you. If you think it looks good after one round of satin stitch, then you don't have to do this, but I'm doing it just to make sure no red is coming through that satin stitch. Okay, here we go. I'm taking all the stabilizer off, and we're going to see how we did here. Yep, I did run it through twice. There's still a little bit of the towel hanging over the side. Again, you could correct this in Brilliance in the beginning before you even start and make the satin stitch a little bit bigger so it catches everything. But we're just going to pop this through the stabilizer, and we're going to clean it up and see where we are. This is water-soluble stabilizer, but because this is a towel, I'm not going to go ahead and dip it in water because that would just take a long time. So I'm cleaning this up. You can dip it in water if you have some time, but for the sake of this video, I did not do that. Now here I am just cleaning up the edges, trying to get as much off as I can, and I'm going to burn the rest because that seems like a good idea. So here we are. Okay, now we're going to stick the 6 down to the felt. Here I am using double-sided tape just to keep it in place so I can go around and measure. I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch around and cut from there. So I'm just going to stick this down, if it ever sticks down, clean the felt up, stick it down, and here we go with the measuring. Now, I started off at a 1/2 inch, measuring all the way around and cutting with my rotary blade. But I eventually will cut this down to a 1/4 inch just because it looks better. So you're going to go all the way around. You can either start with a 1/2 inch or start with a 1/4 inch and just trim it down as you like. For inside the 6, I'm going to mark it at a 1/2 inch first, and then I'm going to come back with a razor blade and cut it at a 1/4 inch, just because I don't want to mess up this little square inside of the 6. So I'm going to mark it first and then come back with the razor. Same with this top part of the 6. I'm going to measure. Actually, I'm going to just go for it with the razor blade, and I'm going to just go for a 1/4 inch here because why waste more time? So we'll just do this and hope it all works out. So here I am dangerously using a razor blade, but be super careful if you use a razor blade. And we're going to get this all nice and crisp. Here we go. Okay, it looks pretty good. Now we're going to take it over to our sewing machine and sew inside the satin stitch. We're going to sew all along right into that groove right between the satin stitch and where the towel is. So it will be hidden. So just sew all the way around. And here is the patch all done. What do you think? Not too bad, right? See, it wasn't hard. You could do it. Here's another one I made. 7, 6. That's great, right? Okay, if you like this tutorial, thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe down there. We'll see you next time.